Hello and welcome to the reading wall. Which, by the way, I caved in. I'm a romantic, not a dark academic. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle and today I'm going to be filming a little bit of a different kind of vlog. I want to explore the dark academia aesthetic. Now this is something that has blown up very much so recently. It has been in the lexicon for quite a few years now, especially on Tumblr and Pinterest and things like that. It has gained a lot of speed on TikTok, and now YouTube, I feel like, is kind of leaning into that aesthetic. If you don't know what dark academia is, it's basically the idealization of going to a fancy university, most likely studying liberal arts, sometimes even more specifically English literature, drama, acting, things like that. And most of these things tend to have a darker, moodier tone to them. And I feel like a lot of the content tends to be focused during 1930s to 1950s, sometimes 1980s, 1990s, in that type of grunge era, because I feel like that also does kind of fall under the dark academia aesthetic. Y'all are gonna get so tired of hearing me say those words. Now, me personally, I have always loved consuming this aesthetic. I really just wanna take a deep dive into this, attempt to live the life as someone in the dark academia world would, but also try to consume a lot more dark academia themed content that I've never consumed before. That being said, I also have a Goodreads account where I will log and review all the books that I read this month, and I have also recently signed up for a Letterboxd account where you can log and review movies that you've seen, so I will also be doing that. Side note, I almost forgot, you may notice I am in a different setting, and that's because I recently moved. I moved into my own apartment. I am so happy. Things still aren't quite set up yet, but I will hopefully be coming to you with a video about all of that soon, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, I am very excited to be spending this month exploring this aesthetic, and I'm excited to see how I feel about it. Hello, it is quite a few hours later. I read for a little bit. I was reading one of the stories in this book, The Overstory by Richard Powers. Not really dark academia, but definitely academia. And then it just gets dark all of a sudden at the end of every story. I can go more in depth later in all the books that are on my reading list for this video. I think I'm gonna watch Only Murders in the Building, which I've also been meaning to watch for a while, and I feel like that kind of fits the aesthetic a little bit, maybe. I don't know too much about the show. We'll see. How can I like fully show you? This was the fit for the day. And I also had my docs. But it's been raining, like pouring rain. So even this sweater wasn't warm enough, cold enough. Wasn't enough. So I ended up putting this guy on top of it, which I feel like doesn't really fit the bill, but I've just been working all day, so I don't really care. I did watch the first half of Mona Lisa Smile. So that was the first movie that I watched almost. I just ended up stopping halfway through because I had to get up at 5:30 in the morning. I think I'm gonna get to the rest of Mona Lisa Smile tonight. I like it so far. Julia Roberts is the lead, and she's an art history professor at Wellesley University or whatever. It's honestly like got the perfect subject matter. It's not super dark in terms of dark academia, but there are dark parts of each of the storylines, so I like it. I don't care. That was a really good movie. That last scene almost got me. I really liked that movie. Wait, it's probably one of my new favorite movies, honestly. And I liked all the different storylines. The one that I had wished it gone a little more in depth with is Maggie Gyllenhaal's character, because I feel like we really didn't get too much of her. We saw her a lot, but we didn't get a lot out of her. But I really liked that movie, and I love Julia Roberts, never fails. And it was funny. It was a funny movie. I think I need to go to bed because I'm exhausted from waking up at 5:30 every morning. It's cool, it's fun, I love it. Honestly, I feel like people in the Dark Academia world don't sleep. They just don't sleep. That's kind of true. I'm going to sleep though, so good night. Hello, let me get this set up and then I can talk to you. I just got back from work. I got a plant stand. It's 9 p.m. But I am planning to watch another Dark Academia movie. So I could watch Kill Your Darlings, I could watch Dead Poet Society, which I've never seen. I also really want to watch The Riot Club, and it looks like there's just a bunch of hot guys in it, essentially, which I am interested in. Oh my god! Okay, so I started watching Kill Your Darlings because that one was easier for me to find. No, I didn't know this was gonna be set in Columbia University. No one told me that. I would have watched it the day it came out. I love Columbia. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Anyway, back to what I was watching. I'm literally 5 minutes in and I already started freaking out. Okay. It's almost 11 and I'm still only 30 minutes into the movie, but I have to stop because I'm insanely tired. Honestly, this movie is not catching my interest as much as I thought it would. I thought I really liked it, but then something turned and then a lot of things happened. Like there was a very heavy emotional scene 20 minutes in and I wasn't there yet. Again, this is me only 30 minutes in and very tired. I'll probably finish it tomorrow since I don't work tomorrow, but I hope I like it more. I don't know if I will. This part's crazy though, hold on. I just finished watching Kill Your Darlings. It definitely got better than the first 30 minutes that I watched last night. I thought it was gonna just keep getting worse and worse, but it got better. And that score was really good. I went to add this to my Letterboxd watch list and the reviews on Letterboxd are unhinged. One is just, Darlings, killed. Harry Potter and the Gay Poet Society. And then someone said, not gay enough. Who needs historical accuracy when you can have vibes? Fun fact, apparently, I did not know this, but Jesse Eisenberg and Chris Evans were originally cast in this, and I would do anything, yes, even stab someone with my Boy Scout knife to see them kiss. Can you imagine? I don't even know what that movie would be like. This casting made more sense, but the fact that they were originally cast? No way. That's crazy. But yeah, all the reviews are basically either hilarious or just talking about how hot Dane DeHaan is, which is fun. Fun for me. shitty apple pie it is. Ned would be quaking in his boots. I'm sorry, we can't all be the pie maker, okay? Hello, I'm just back from work now, but I wanted to show you the outfit I wore today before I change out of it because I don't care to wear it anymore because I've been working all day and I'm very tired. Why do I keep talking like this? I sat down to eat and I decided to watch another movie on my list on Letterboxd. I went for Emma because it was the easiest one to find for free. The version with Anya Taylor-Joy, by the way. Spilled all my water. I'm not sophisticated enough for this aesthetic. If you all haven't figured that out yet. Okay, anyway, it has a cast of so many well-known actors, but also Bill Nye, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure it's Bill Nye, is the dad, and I was not expecting that, and he is so fucking hilarious. I need you to watch this scene. Hopefully it doesn't flag me in some way.
You must have had a shocking walk.
I still say it's a beautiful evening.
You must have found it very dirty.
Dirty, sir.
I just finished Emma, which was really good, and I was looking through the reviews on Letterboxd for it, and I found my favorite one. You. Oh, I remember this scene from the book. Me, an intellectual. Oh, I remember this scene from Clueless, 1995. Anyway, I did just finish that movie. Not Dark Academia at all. Definitely not the right choice for this, but I did like it. And I went to go and rate it. I don't know what to do because I'm very tempted to give it a 5. But 5 stars for me are a very serious thing and I do not give them away easily. So I am trying to make sure that that is what I actually want to do, and I think it is. Like, I could watch it again right now. I'm not going to. But I could. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock, so there's not enough time for a proper dark academic movie to redeem the mistake I made here. A good mistake, but still a mistake nonetheless. Should I finally talk to you about all the books that I want to read? I think I will. Hello and welcome to the reading wall. I wanted to share with you the books that I want to be reading in the Dark Academia aesthetic or things related to that. I do not plan on buying any books, any new books. The one book I don't have that I would like to read, that is The Secret History by Donna Tartt, which I read about the same time last year. I did the audiobook and the ebook and I kind of went back and forth, but I would say it's more so 75% audiobook, and it took me a long time, and I would say my attention may not have been fully on it. And the reason I say all of these things is because I did not like it that much, but everyone rants and raves about it. So I think that the way that I read it made me maybe not like it as much as I could have, so I would like to read it again, you know, because she's the reigning queen of Dark Academia. Okay, so these are the books that I do have. For the month of October, I did a little buddy read with one of my best friends, Sarah, of the complete works of Edgar Allan Poe, short stories and poems. I kept up for a while. I was still like constantly behind a little bit, but I was keeping up. And then my life went wild, so, but I did read a lot, but I didn't finish it, and I ended up buying this book. His writing is kind of in that Dark Academia world, so I might pick a few from here. And speaking of buddy reads, I decided I want to do another buddy read with her this month, and I suggested this guy, Much Ado About Nothing by William Shakespeare. I don't know if this is gonna have anything to do with Dark Academia, but I feel like if you were in the Dark Academia world studying English literature, you would cover this or something by Shakespeare. Speaking of plays, I also have Up the Down Staircase from the book by Belle Kaufman. And I do know about this one. I've never read it before, but I saw it performed. My brother and sister did it when they were in like 7th grade, and they're older than me. It is basically about this new teacher that comes into an underfunded high school. I think it's underfunded. And you kind of get to see a few of the high schoolers' different issues or whatever. It's a little bit on the darker side. I'm pretty sure from what I remember. I also have The Overstory by Richard Powers, which you have already seen before. This is just like a collection of short stories, but it's very beautifully written. But they all relate back to trees in the most crazy ways and very innovative ways. Okay, what am I gonna read right now? Ooh, I don't know. Oh my God, Cain's Jawbone. I have to tell you about Cain's Jawbone. Let's go. This is Cain's Jawbone. This is what I have left of it. Here we go. No. Fuck. Cain's Jawbone. Why did I get myself into this? I don't know. But I really want to figure it out. If you don't know what Cain's Jawbone is, it's a very old book where every single page of the 100 pages is out of order. And the reader's job is to figure out that order and then solve the mystery that takes place within the story. So there's like a certain amount of murders, and you have to figure out who died, who killed them, and what page it was on. The correct page. I bought this back in early August, and I worked on it for quite a bit, but I didn't even finish ripping the pages out of the book yet. And obviously, since I was moving and all that, I kind of had to pack it back up. So I'm gonna continue doing that. I think I've kind of decided that I'm gonna use this area. The best way I found, a lot of people were putting it on the walls, and that doesn't make sense to me because the way that they'd have it up there be a pain in the ass to move it all around. And yes, I do searches on Google and things like that for this because because I need to. I saw that other people were doing that, and I was like, no, I can just read it and comprehend and figure it out the way that story structures are and sentence structures and all that. Then I read the book. So I'm gonna try to get back into that now. From me to thee, he had said, glad serenades, dances for thee, I propose saluting thee. I paid respect also to a couple of exceptionally large U's. After all, I was doing another man's work for him. Afterwards, I found it better in practice to capitalize my third letter. DF, formerly death. I couldn't think why I became suddenly aware of Yates. Oh my gosh! Yates! That was like the whole point of Kill Your Darlings. Can you chill? With a blush, I concentrated again on Henry and asked myself if his recent activities did or did not constitute the Darbs. Who the fuck is Henry? Who is he? Oh my god, my face is so red. Hello, I don't think you've seen me at all today. Just wanted to pop on here really quick to show you my amazing dinner. Oh good, it looks just as good. Actually, it looks better on camera. Don't ask me why I went so hard on dinner. I couldn't tell you. I just had an idea and I went with it. And now I am hot. But point of the matter is that while I'm eating this, I'm going to attempt to find Dead Poet Society to be able to watch that, because I think it's about time. I need to watch that.
Oh, to have life henceforth the poem of new joys.
Come on, Charlie, let him feel his soul.
To indeed be a god!
Neil, how are you going to do this? Getting a letter of permission from Father and Mr. Nolan.
You're the first poem to have a negative score on the Pritchard scale. We're not laughing at you, we're laughing near you.
Captain, my captain.
Sit down, Mr. Anderson.
No. No one told me that was the ending scene. No! Freaking bagpipes, man. I mean, yeah, it was good, but what now? I'm kind of pissed too, because I went into it assuming it would be sad or dark or whatever. But as the movie went on, I forgot about that because it wasn't happening. So I was like, oh, it's not gonna be sad. And then it fucking was. So I was right, but I was not happy about being right. Wow. You don't see that anymore. Crazy. I have something in my eye. No better. Hello, where's the camera? Somewhere. I'm doing this on my phone. It's been a few days. I was doing full shifts back to back for the past few days, so I haven't really had time to film anything or even do anything, but I'm back. New location. New location. I'm not at a hotel. I'm not at Chateau Momo. I am dog sitting for the night. I've dog sat for them before and I really like them and I really like the dogs. The little puppies. You want to say hi? Okay. Here are the babies. They're just hanging out. This is Perkins and that's Butters. Hey baby. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, and I might as well show you my outfit for the day as well in this awesome mirror. The shirt is a bit short, but I do like it. But I also stopped by the library that's near here because I love going there. And I so happened to find a copy of If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, one of the hot, new, popular Dark Academia books. My plan is to sit down and read this for the rest of the day. I do have to finish it in one day, which is not common for me, but I will be trying to because I'm going to be returning it tomorrow before I go back home. It's very yellow. really good already. Dude, what? It's a little while later. I just got to Act 2 of If We Were Villains. It's really good so far. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm taking a break. I got dinner. Ooh. Looks like a weird color in the camera, but it's not. It looks flippin' delicious. I got pork buns. And I'm gonna try to watch Riot Club. If not, if I can't find it, I'm probably just gonna watch an episode of Avenue 5, I think, because I don't feel like watching another episode of Only Murders right now. But I am making progress on that show as well. That is good. Wow. From getting breakfast, I walked over to a cafe that I've been wanting to try right off the Sunset Strip. It was nice. I ended up staying there for like an hour and a half and then took a nice long walk back. I didn't get much farther through my book. It was very busy there, and I get easily distracted in environments like that. So I think I'm on like page 120. That's not, there's still this much left. So I really do like it though, especially the formatting. I think it's cool how it's subtly like a screenplay, but not too much. I also like all the Shakespearean stuff. I think it helps that I recently did see a performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream, so I'm familiar again with Shakespeare, but I don't know insanely too much. I know the major ones. Yeah, I don't really feel like reading right now, but I'm also not really in the mood to do anything. So I think what I'm gonna do is watch a movie.
If you're not listening carefully, you will miss things. Important things.
Wait, I can't. I
just wish I knew whose cheese it was.
Oh my fucking god, okay. I found Riot Club. I've been watching it. I have a feeling things are gonna happen. Oh no.
What gives you the right to sit down? Then what are you trying to do? Let's get the door, get the door!
Just so we're clear here, most of my reactions here are at the acting and my amazement at it. I am appalled by the way that they are acting, okay? This is what I wanted out of Sam Claflin in Peaky Blinders. And I didn't get it. Okay, I know he's capable of this, exactly, okay. I wanna cry. I don't wanna keep watching this right now, I don't.
What the fuck are you doing?
And he's just more angry. Yes, okay. You can fuck off forever, thank you. No! I'm literally crying. Why? End it with the other guy. The girl, even though he did okay. I'm a romantic, not a dark academic. Fucking Sam Claflin, man. I'm back home, by the way. It is 11:48. I am not tired though. What do I do? Study Shakespeare? Write my grand novel? Go to a library at midnight? in the middle of a rainstorm. I'm gonna go to sleep. Hello, it is a couple days later since all my dog sitting stuff, but I did start watching The Imitation Game while I was waiting for them to get back, and I ended up finishing it that night, which was, it was good. I don't have much to say about that movie. A little confused as to how the machine worked, but they didn't care to explain it, so. I also watched The Riot Club that night, which, what a movie. Seemed to have been self-aware, so that is why I still enjoyed it. They were making that point on purpose, so good. I did my nails, which, by the way, as I'm doing this, I'm noticing all of the day-to-day things that just do not conform with the dark academia aesthetic. And also most modern day things, which is very interesting to me. So really anything that involves using a phone, any type of internet, social media thing, which I feel like is very interesting because it kind of shows how this aesthetic, to be like super authentic in it, is not very possible in this day and age. And I feel like that's why when you read all these books that are classified in the dark academia genre, they are set from a while ago, or movies, I mean. This book even, which I'm still reading, is set in the 90s. I think Secret History is set in the 90s, which, by the way, I caved in. But I do plan to read it again. I got off topic. Anyway, yes, that is my point. Things in the modern world, most things do not conform with this aesthetic, which is why I feel like it feels forced for me to do it, but also for a lot of people to do it, probably. Anyway, about this book, it is really good, and I found out it's a debut novel. Blown away. Blown away. Fits perfectly in the dark academia aesthetic, and her writing is just so good. Her detail and the words she uses to describe things are complex. They're not simple. But the second thing, number 2, is the fact that I am 280 pages through this book, and it feels like I'm like 600 pages in, because so much has happened, and it doesn't feel rushed. I'm so confused by it, but I think it's amazing. I have no idea how they did that. Not a clue, but I'm here for it. And I don't know what's gonna happen in the next 50 pages, but I'm very excited to find out. So I'm gonna read now, and I'll chat to you guys later. Bernadette was missing. What the fuck? Is this the twist that people are talking about in this book? Because I saw it coming. I saw it coming from the first scene that showed us what happened. I saw it coming from here. I thought that this was the misdirect of the misdirect. Oh, wait. Wait. No. I have had a very long day at work. and I got home and I was excited to decompress and read a bit of Secret History. And then I realized I left the book at work. I left it at work. And I'm kind of considering going to pick it up in the morning. Like going all the way back to work on a Saturday morning. So I think I am gonna do that, but I'll make a day out of it. It'll be nice. I also just heard today that a bookstore opened a few blocks down from work, and it's got a very cool story and I want to check it out. Apparently it was opened by a 16-year-old girl, so I'm very intrigued. I would even venture that me leaving my book at work is a sign. But until then, I wanted to do something, so I figured I'd come back to the little corner and work more on Cain's Jawbone, which is back in this situation. I had some maintenance people coming through and I didn't want them to think I'm a crazy person, which maybe I am, but I didn't want them to think that. I'm gonna work on it for a little while. John Montague's arrangement for an uninterrupted session at the gaming table I felt so much at one with holy Mr. Herbert of Mr. Haddock, did he call himself? But he was right about these hours, and if that was not holiness, what was? Ow, my legs are falling asleep. Alrighty, I have secured the package, and I also stopped at that bookstore. It was very cute. Look at this flippin' bag, and yes, it's true. And the place was really nice, had such a cute design. All of the people working there were so sweet. But I did get 2 random books that I've never heard of before, and I'm excited to read them. I got Sisters by Daisy Johnson and My Mess is a Bit of a Life, Adventures in Anxiety by Georgia Pritchett, who's, I guess, a comedy writer, like a screenplay writer. So, intrigued about this one, and I think it's going to be quite relatable. It's such a nice day out. I think I'm gonna go to a coffee shop for a while and just read some of Secret History. I'm not very far through this, and I would like to get further through this. I had a nice lovely afternoon at, I was gonna say coffee shop, but turns out it operates more like a restaurant, which I was not expecting. But I went ahead and got lunch, sat for a while, Read a little bit of Secret History, not a whole lot. Sometimes those environments work for me, sometimes they do not. Today was the latter type of day. I got to page 56 and I believe I started on page like 48, so not very far. I'll read more of that tonight. I did get in a bookshelf today that I ordered, so I think I'm going to build it now. I think I'm going to put it right here, and then I will finally have a place for my books. They will not have to sit on the floor anymore. I also want to watch, I think, one more Dark Academia movie before I finish this video. I feel like I've seen a good amount, so I'm pretty satisfied, but I think one more would be fun. I'm trying to decide though what I want to watch. I found a few lists, but they all seem to be saying the same thing. So like Dead Poet Society, which yes, it was great. Tolkien, I've already seen that, so I don't care to watch it again. Mona Lisa Smile, I saw that. The Theory of Everything, I've seen that before. Good Will Hunting, I've seen that before. These are good options. Enola Holmes, I feel like that is a little more cheery from what I've heard than what I'm looking for right now. Oh, A Beautiful Mind, that is a great recommendation. I had to watch that back in high school, I think. That is such a good movie. An Education, 2009. That one could be good. Then Talented Mr. Ripley, that is on my watch list. That one might work as well. School Ties, that's a good one too. Kill Your Darlings, I watched that. So like I've got a good track record apparently. I think I'd like to watch Talented Mr. Ripley if I can. Can I watch it please? Now I want to watch this one now that I cannot. Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Jude Law, and it's set in Europe. Are you kidding me? I might just have to illegally watch it. Intriguing already. I cannot get enough of Matt Damon singing in this. This is amazing.
I love Italian money so dark. Doesn't make you feel guilty. But you're going to Venice.
What happened with that? You were desperate to come.
How did you find it? Such an out of the way apartment.
It's a new piano.
Probably should.
La polizia.
Look, they don't even know I'm in Rome. Do you keep a photograph of Senorita? I'm not in the habit of carrying around photographs of my male friends.
Line. Tomorrow then?
Screw the song. Oh no, not the way they did that. Oh shit. That was exactly what I was looking for. Oh shit. Objectively a good movie, but morally just gut-wrenching. That was exactly what I needed though. The atmosphere of that, the themes, the settings even. My air conditioner just came on. The time period, the clothing, everything that happened that I will not mention. That movie fits squarely into the Dark Academia aesthetic. Even though it's not technically in any type of schooling, but it was very good. I wish I had seen it sooner in my life, but I don't care to see it again anytime in the near future, if that makes sense. I'll compose my thoughts more and write my review and all that on Letterboxd. I think for now though, I'm going to actually just write a little bit. Hello, I just wanted to do a quick little wrap up before I end this video. It has been a while because I've spent a lot of time editing it, but that means I've had time to finally finish this, which I really wanted to do before I ended this video so I could share my definitive thoughts on the second time around, on my second time reading it. It's just as long as I remembered it, that's for sure. It is a beast of a book, but in general, I liked it a lot more this time. And again, I've talked about this a little bit, but I think it's just the way that I read it the first time, the pace at which I read it, and you know, whatever else was going on in my life at the time, because that can really affect your reading experience. But this time, I liked it a lot more. I will say though, around 350 pages, 400 pages, 450 pages, 500 pages, I found myself progressively getting more annoyed by the pace of the story at that point. Kept asking, when is this going to end, or when are things going to continue? So I will say it did, I feel like it could have been condensed a lot more, this chunk, but otherwise I did like it a lot more, and I'm glad that I took the chance to read it again. Reading it a second time and having a pretty different opinion about it, I think taught me a valuable lesson on what it's like to consume content, not just books, but everything. So hopefully I'll remember that in my life. Anyway, I also read We Were Villains, as you saw, a little bit of the overstory. I never really continued that. And then I also on the side read Up the Down Staircase, that play that I showed earlier in the video. And all of those I feel like fit pretty well into the Dark Academia aesthetic. So if you're looking for some books, there's some book recommendations. And as you've already seen, I watched a whole slew of Dark Academia movies in this video. And wow, definitely had a strong effect on my psyche watching only that type of content back to back to back. So I don't necessarily recommend doing that, but to each his own. And along with those things, I also feel like I did a lot that was related to living in the Dark Academia world. I will say it made me feel smarter, I feel like, and more earthly and well-rounded, but it also kind of made me feel more moody or more closed off sometimes, not gonna lie. But again, that can be good if you're looking for self-reflection in your life or whatever that may be. And lastly, I want to say I feel like my wardrobe does not easily and readily conform with the Dark Academia aesthetic, which makes me really sad because I love all of the fashion having to do with that. But I can't just go out and buy a bunch of new clothes for no reason. No reason, but also no reason. And as I feel like I've mentioned a lot throughout this video, I feel like my personality, my expression does not generally exude Dark Academia vibes. But I've decided I'm okay with that as well. Anyway, that's really all I had to say. I had a great time filming this video and exploring this content with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to check out all my other videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!